All right, hello everyone. I have an important announcement to make for those of you who may not be a part of the Learn or Burn Facebook community. I just wanted to let you know that as of today, I have left that group, and what it used to be is basically a learning platform where I would kind of use as a social media outlet to basically link my YouTube together with the Facebook component so I could put together a little bit more structure to posts and be able to create that text element, and a lot of those important documents would wind up in that group. If you were to go to Facebook and search Learn or Burn, you will see here that I'm no longer a part of this group. One of the admins basically took control of the group last night sometime and basically took all other admins, which was myself, and Ian from Golf Clash Notebook. We have been basically removed from any source of power or position where we could actually, monitor our posts or have any control whatsoever of posting to the group. So for that reason, I had to make the decision to leave this community. It was started by a guy named Steve Taylor, and he basically, removed everybody from the admin panel except for himself, essentially creating a dictatorship, which, I never wanted it to, turn out to be like that, because it's just not, a very good structure moving forward to just have, one person ruling how everything is handled. It doesn't really sit too well. So, one of the things I did want to mention here was there was a website component called Golf Clash Now that was associated with this. It was a membership service. I've already had a couple PMs about this. People who might have been misled to think that they were contributing to me in some way. I was in no way affiliated with that website. So if you had been subscribing to that and putting a donation in, you have not been donating to me at all. So, a couple people did reach out to me about this, and I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. So if you feel like, you were there for me, it was never going to me. So I just want you guys to know that, because if you no longer want to do that, it's probably time for you to, look into stopping that service, as I'm going to have no affiliation with Learn or Burn from this point forward. Now, where I am going to be going, I'm not 100% sure right now. There has been a lot of overwhelming response to the events that's unfolded this morning. And lots of people have already reached out to me. I'm very grateful for the guys who reached out about the certain groups that they might have wanted me to kind of collaborate and join them. I thank you guys for reaching out and showing your support like that. But I also want you guys to know as to, if I was to kind of merge somewhere, it's going to kind of change the dynamic of your group if I end up bringing in all these extra people, which could ultimately kind of shifts the dynamic of whatever your ultimate goal for your page is altogether. Plus, you've also seen that a lot of stuff, especially in Learn or Burn here, was kind of switching gears and becoming almost a Golf Clash Notebook page to begin with. That was never really our intentions, and that's why you saw me, if you were a part of this group, you saw like a couple weeks ago that I started kind of commenting like this, everybody could kind of see that it was kind of turning into a Golf Clash Notebook. So I wanted to let you know that a better way to reach out would be to me personally via the messenger, or, by emailing the developers, and reaching out by email or through Messenger if you need some assistance using the Golf Clash Notebook tool. However, I think there is a strong possibility in the future. We're just going to kind of establish ourselves on the Facebook community. I like the structure of the Facebook. So I've already kind of been mentioning this to Ian a little bit. So as opposed to just kind of starting off a new just an entirely new group with a new concept, it just seems a little bit too overwhelming for us to do. And it just seems, we already have this brand here. Golf Clash Notebook isn't just an app. It never has been. In fact, the app portion has only been added in the last 5 months or so. So with that being said, it's much better for us to just kind of maybe carry that name over and just be able to, transition into, getting you guys the help that you need when, either the game changes or the tours change or the app changes, and just being able to keep you guys in the loop seems to be kind of a good strategy moving forward, in my opinion. So I did want to briefly talk about that, because if I was to go here, you could see that this is the Golf Clash Notebook website. This is the hyperlink in the top. If you ever needed to find it and you couldn't remember the hyperlink, first thing you could do is you could type Golf Clash Notebook in any Google browser, and it's essentially, I believe, the #1 hit. I believe it even shows up before Golf Clash does. If the only thing that might beat it would be Golf Clash. So it's either the #1 or #2 hit when you go into Google and search for Golf Clash Notebook. So it's very easy to find, even if you can't remember the hyperlink. Additionally to that, I did want to just kind of show you this other feed here. You can see this is Twitter. So you'll see Golf Clash is on Twitter. So is Golf Clash Notebook. So here you can see at GC_notebook. And a lot of the important information does get sent to Twitter. So it is, kind of useful. If you're on Twitter, you might want to follow Golf Clash Notebook, as we're going to try to find, some way of kind of linking you guys together so you can still get a lot of these important posts, and make sure that you guys are getting all the app help, as well as, all that other Golf Clash knowledge that we've dedicated the last couple years of our lives to providing you guys. So I did want to let you know, regardless of where, we go, if we end up in another group, I really don't know. But I think what's going to end up happening is we might just start kind of establishing this a little bit more, and just making it to where you guys can easily kind of link to our page and our channels, so you can see, how to better learn the Golf Clash game as changes get made to the game or, the app. So I did want to briefly mention Reddit as well. Right now, Ian is on Reddit. And what I was going to be in the process of doing is setting up a similar to this. So similarly, how you see at Golf Clash Notebook here, GC Notebook, I was thinking about kind of doing this same thing, but with a Reddit. So if you want to look out for that in the next few days, I'll probably also make a post on that to just kind of announce it for you guys, so you know that it is live, because we don't know where you guys live or what social networks you guys like. So it seems kind of smarter to just kind of set up and establish these bases for all these different social networking platforms, so you can pick and choose the one that you're most comfortable using. So that's kind of the idea of what I have in mind. And, do give me some feedback on that. I wanted to briefly touch on one thing. I've had a lot of support and asking of, why I don't have a Patreon account. or anything like that set up. I do appreciate the support that you guys have put out for me just, by downloading the app. We basically set up this app to just find a way for you guys to be able to give back and, get something for your money. So as opposed to just giving me donations, you're receiving the app for a very small fee that, our time and contributions, just allow you to give back in a small way, but actually get something of great value in return for your money. So, that has been the primary goal, was just to kind of get a great working tool together and, kind of set up a way that, it doesn't break the bank for you guys in any way to use. So, my channel has never been about pitching to you guys, streaming or donations in streams. It's never going to become to that level. However, I am kind of considering the possibility of a Patreon account now. Because I've had a lot of people reach out to me about this, and, they want to find a way to donate. And for me, it's not really about the donations. That's really not why we're here. And if that's not clear by now, it very well should be. But what I like about the patron structure here, if I set up some way that you guys could donate, say $1 or $5 or whatever you wanted to donate, if I could find a way to do it, and what it does is it kind of weeds out some of the people. When you eliminate a lot of those free or pay free service, you get a lot of varying characters who come to your streams and either end up trolling. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves about social media, is the trolling and the negativity that comes from it. If we do establish another group in the future, I do want to let you guys know that the primary focus is going to be learning the game of Golf Clash. If you don't like something that the original poster has posted, just move along. You don't need to come and argue with the original poster or come in and give a negative vibe in any way. It's just not something that, that I receive very well, because it's just unnecessary. You've never seen me go to somebody's post and just basically, trash something that they've done or anything. Alls I did in Learn or Burn was moderate, and things that didn't need to be said, that's when I would, remove things. Keep in mind, we're all adults here. So, to be a part of that community, you guys, have a sense of maturity that, if you don't like something that you're reading, just move on. Go to the next post. You don't need to come in and comment something negative or create some kind of unwanted energy. It's the quickest thing to kind of get under my skin, and something that, was starting to happen in Learn or Burn. So I did just want to, briefly touch on that. But let me know what you guys think about if I was to set up a Patreon. Because I just want to kind of generate some feedback, because there's been a lot of asking for it. And what I like about it is the fact that, if I set up kind of a payment structure like that, you know that you're getting a higher class of people into the system when you set up a structure like that, because people who actually put their money in, they're more committed to this thing, to learning, and they probably have more respect for their peers than the average person, because they're taking this game serious and want to learn the game of Golf Clash. And they are showing that by, you know, contributing their, you know, their funds towards it. So, you know, it's not always the case, but it does, you know, just kind of elevate the level of users, so to speak. So if that makes any sense, that's one of the, you know, main reasons I'm at least thinking about it. And, you know, not to mention how many people reach out to me and, you know, constantly talk to me about setting this up. You know, it's gotten to the point that, you know, on a weekly basis, I just have people asking me all the time for this. And it's just something that, you know, I really haven't set up, but, you know, I did want to at least let you guys know that it's something that moving forward, I'm at least going to consider. So if you have feedback on that, I'd like to hear about it in the comments. Similarly, if you know, want additional help or, you know, need some clarity on how to find stuff, please do so in the comments. If you're not subscribed to me yet and you want to stay in the loop with future things that come from me, make sure that you turn your notifications on for the YouTube. And if I was to go to YouTube right now, go to my channel, and, you know, here's my home channel here. It is it's youtube.com/ZRJones1984. I'm assuming most of you guys already know this. But you can see all the videos from the Gridiron tournament are on here. And similarly, they are also in the Golf Clash Notebook app. So if I was to go to tournaments, Gridiron, you would see in the YouTube guides here in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see all the Gridiron tournaments for all the holes. All the guides are in here for you guys to hopefully learn and be able to have a starting foundation for you to work throughout the week to shoot towards your goal of getting a banner or, you know, a high finish. So I wish you guys luck and hope to see you guys follow me in the future, and be on the lookout for good stuff to come. So good luck out there, guys. Catch you guys later.